Scriabin's sixth sonata is his most narrative-driven sonata and first fully atonal sonata. In this sonata analysis video, we'll discuss Sonata 6 in terms of background information, narrative and structure, as well as motifs and harmony. Afterwards, I encourage you all to listen to the piece using my video of the score with highlighted themes and translated markings. While much of Scriabin's music is about light and divinity, some of his music is about Satan and evil. Sonata 6 falls into this category of overtly evil-themed music, which is reminiscent of a horror movie or Halloween. It is one of a few pieces Scriabin never played in public because he felt it was nightmarish, murky, unclean, and mischievous. He often started shuddering after playing a few measures for other people. The general plot of Scriabin's evil pieces is the archetypal story of corruption, something similar to the story of vampires turning a virgin into a vampire. In Sonata 6, a protagonist is introduced in Theme 2 with the markings clarity, sweetness, purity. In the development section, the protagonist is taken on a journey through flight and encounters the terror. The protagonist becomes more and more drawn in with enchantment by the seductive allure of the evil forces with escalating interjections from evil Theme 1 motifs. We reach a quasi-climax with the blooming of mysterious forces and a sudden collapse. By the end of the development section, the protagonist has been fully corrupted. When Theme 2 is repeated in the recap, it is filled with a dense texture with the marking, everything becomes charm and softness. The coda resembles the development section where the terror appears, except this time he adds the reoccurring dance motif to make for a fast, high-energy ending. This part of the story is told in one of my favorite markings by Scriabin. The terror suddenly appears and is mixed up with the delirious dance. At the very end, we view the protagonist fully corrupted with long trills and a dense voicing. This piece is based on the octatonic scale or diminished scale, which creates a chilling dissonance. In Theme 1, Scriabin sets the mood with evil-sounding motifs. The first motif is marked strange, winged. I imagine this represents some scary winged creature like a gargoyle. This theme uses the sharp sound of the French sixth set. Next we have a two-part motif, first marked with contained heat and next marked mysterious breath. This motif begins walking step by step up the octatonic scale. This is the motif that is later brilliantly used as a quasi-climax with the blooming of mysterious forces. I consider Theme 2 akin to the protagonist of the piece because it's the most repeated motif. This motif is first marked, the dream takes shape, clarity, sweetness, purity. This indicates that the drama of the story is beginning and that the protagonist begins the journey with sweetness and purity. I go over the harmony of Theme 2 in my video on Scriabin's use of the octatonic scale, but in short, I'll mention that Theme 2 simply ascends up a very interesting 5-note octatonic set called 532. Theme 2 is marked as winged when quickly rolled through in the development section. The chromatic motif is just the second half of Theme 2, the transition motif is used for transition sections, and the only other motif to mention is the terror. The terror motif is a 2-note figure with the melody moving up a whole step. Harmonically, this motif uses a dissonant octatonic set called 6Z50. It's also worth noting that the delirious dance at the end is portrayed by fast, repeated 8th-note figures. In summary, Scriabin's sixth sonata depicts a spooky world where a pure protagonist encounters the terror and is lured into being possessed by mysterious forces. Scriabin tells this story by creating dissonant octatonic evil forces that develop, and by progressively evolving the protagonist motif towards dense textured corruption. I hope you all use your imagination when you listen to the work, and let me know how you interpret the music in the comments and in my Discord. And please like, subscribe, and send me some Bitcoin.